Hey there mamas, it's Lyssah with Mama Wears Many Hats, and today we are updating week 18. Yeah, week 18. Hey mamas, it's me, Lyssah with Mama Wears Many Hats, where we talk all things motherhood, even the hard and crappy stuff. Now, we are currently walking through the process of me documenting my plus size geriatric fourth surprise pregnancy. And I know you're probably going, wait, you said 18 weeks. What happened? This pregnancy happened. This pregnancy has been kicking my butt. Not gonna gloss over that. It has been rough. But let me go ahead and update you, okay? So come on in, we're gonna do our little bump progression, because yes, we're jumping from about 10 weeks to about 18 weeks. And then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Let's go look. All right, mamas, here we go. This is the bump, and I swear if one more person tells me I don't look pregnant, I may hit somebody. I really might. It's all I can do not to say, oh, so I just look fat. Is that what we're saying? Just look fat. Don't make the pregnant lady sad. So obviously I'm wearing black shirt, so from the front you can't really see much. But here we go. This is baby, right about here. This is previous babies in my nasty little mom belly. And I'm not saying that in body shaming way at all. My body has kicked butt on pregnancies. I just wish I could figure out how to get rid of this. Like my mom calls it the apron, where your tummy just hangs out there and looks meh. So this is where that is. And if you're going, hey, you don't look too much bigger than your 10 week, that's because this pregnancy has kicked my butt and I have not gained a whole lot of weight. Yay. Because of severe morning sickness. So anyway, baby bump. Baby is 18 weeks and 4 days, 18 weeks and I'll be 19 weeks on Sunday. So not too far from an anatomy scan, getting to find out what piece of equipment is gonna be on this kid. You know, all that fun stuff. So yeah, we are hopefully finding that out soon, and we'll go ahead and jump out and talk about some of the stuff on this pregnancy. Milo, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, that's what our house looks like now, guys. Oh, I left my door open. All right, so I'm not even kidding. I literally recorded the intro and the belly pic in like a 5-minute window where my kids were being quiet. And as soon as I moved out here to say, okay, let's talk, because they were all preoccupied, they're all in here now. Welcome to motherhood. Between hitting stop and hitting play or record, I've had to clean up spill, get baby out of the dog water dish, deal with another kid not wanting it to rain because all of a sudden she's scared of storms. So this is what happens. Anyone who watches people who are moms vlog or make videos, unless they're just way more capable than me, which can totally be the case, I guarantee you they are having to do this around littles. If they're not, please people tell me your secrets, because I don't know. All right, so still adjusting this a little bit. My parents actually got Cameron this, it's almost like a vlogging thing. It's got a light and these two little doohickeys and a little holder. So I've got it clipped to the cabinet. And that's why I'm standing here, but it feels weird standing here. But this is what we're gonna do, okay? I'm just gonna do it. So anyway, so as I mentioned, this is my week 18 update. And like I said, I think my last update was week 9 or 10. This is my fourth pregnancy. For those of you who haven't watched my previous birth stories, I will link them. I think it's up here. And I talk about how all of my pregnancies, I've had really bad morning sickness. And when I say really bad morning sickness, I mean not the hypermesis, I can never say it, HG, but enough so where I'm put on medicine, and that medicine is enough to keep it at bay so I can function, but I still have constant nausea and at times breakthrough vomiting. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You see Milo? Oh, there's gotten big. Yes, yes, he has gotten big. So, anyway, that, oh, I messed up the angle. I messed it up. So that has been the case with this pregnancy as well, only it's been worse. The last couple months, my first pregnancy, I was able to go without, really? Because mommy's recording, you're gonna come and help? Yeah? Can you go play? Go play for a minute? And for those of you who are going, well, why didn't you record during nap time? Because I've only got one who sleeps. And I try to do one-on-one time with the other kids when the little one is asleep. And he's like walking back and forth trying to see what's going on, like looking in front and behind.
Wow.
Wow. It's fascinating, huh? So anyway, I'm sorry for the ring light glare. I'll try and remember to do contacts next time. May not be putting makeup on, but it's the least I can do, mamas. The least I can do. So anyway, with my first pregnancy, I was able to go unmedicated for the nausea. It just sucked, and I would vomit a couple times a day, and I just pushed through. Because, you know, with your first, you're like, I don't want to have any kind of anything. And, you know, and I totally support that 100%. With your second pregnancy, you now have another child to take care of, and you don't get all that rest that you need, or like the ability to just go lay down when you don't feel good. So, and I was still working, and I was actually getting ready to start my own business, so I didn't have to come back from maternity leave. So, that being the case, I got myself on, at the time, I think it was diclegis. When it came time for number 3, I went back, and I ended up on Bonegesta, which is, I guess, the new version of, it's the new diclegis. I had to, with both of those, the way the dosing works is you take 1 pill at night, and if you need to, you can take that up to 1 pill at night, 1 pill first thing in the morning. With both my previous pregnancies, I only had to do the 1 pill, because again, I was just trying to take the edge off. Well, with this one, this little bun in the oven, we are having to do, I'm having to do 1 at night, 1 in the morning, and normally the first couple hours in the morning are pretty rough, and the last couple hours in the evening are pretty rough. I have still had some breakthrough vomiting. I had some days where I just could barely eat anything. Sorry, my leg got quiet. Okay. With that, I am still doing, I believe I did a video, and if I did, I'll link it up here, about some things that helped me with morning sickness and random symptoms. Oh, which, FYI, look, yay, I'm pretty sure I covered this in one of my videos that I haven't edited that'll be going up. I had my pregnancy rash really early on. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I thought for sure I was having twins because everything was hitting so strong and so early. I was like, no. With that, I have had to be on the full dose morning and night. Still had breakthrough sickness, still had all that kind of stuff. Had days where it felt like having the stomach flu even though I didn't. And it is finally, now that we are at 18 weeks, become manageable, and I'm able to actually get up and make food and all that kind of stuff. I literally, my poor mom has had to come over a couple times because I was just like laid out on the couch. I'm like, I can't get up. And so she came and like made lunch for the kids. My kids were not in danger. I made sure they were taken care of, but like the idea of getting up and making lunch a couple times was like, I'm gonna be sick. So all that being said, mamas, if you're in this position, please ask for help if you have a support system. If you don't have a support system, my heart goes out to you. Please DM me on Instagram or comment down below. I may not be able to physically help you, but just know that I am like emotionally and like prayers, like sending all the good things and positivity your way, because it's rough. And I'm actually thinking of doing a video about the importance of a support system for moms, something that you could actually give to family and something that you may need to remind yourself of. Anyway, that's beside the point. So that is that. Haven't put on hardly any weight, which has been nice. See, I haven't had heartburn yet, which yay. This pregnancy has been really weird in that I have not, like, I just wish I didn't have to eat, guys. Even though eating is necessary, if I could just like hook myself up to an IV, I just might, because every time I eat just feels like the biggest chore in the world. And if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't be doing it. Thank you. Let's not throw away those. Thank you. Anyone else have a 19-month-old obsessed with throwing things in the trash? on top of all that, I think my biggest symptom or thing I've been dealing with is just extreme fatigue. And I think part of that has been not being able to rest as well as I would like, or having the luxury of just being able to take naps, again, like you do with your first kid, or even with your first kid, you can kind of nap when they nap. Once the second kid comes in, moms, you know what I'm talking about, if you've had a third, you're kind of screwed when it comes to getting rest, unless someone is there who can help you and you can be like, I need to go take a nap. So that's been fun navigating. I've felt really, really tired pretty much all the time. And had a couple times where I'm like, literally, I just let the kids pile on top of me. I turn on Coco Melon or give them their iPads, and I'm just like, I can feel them physically on me. I'm just going to doze because this is what's happening right now. So that's been real. Yeah, it's been otherwise not too bad of pregnancy. I've had a little bit of round ligament pain, a little bit of achiness. With my previous pregnancies, I did a lot more chiropractic, and I haven't been able to get to the chiropractor this time. And I've actually been a slacker, and I missed my 16-week appointment. Guys, what is it? It's like once you get that fourth one, you're like, okay, I need to go in and make sure everything's okay. I need to go to the anatomy scan, make sure everything's okay. Once I hit about 30 weeks, I need to make sure I'm going pretty regularly, staying up on stuff. But that's about it. The oldest two are playing in their room, and I just heard a shriek, so I'm like, is there crying? I think they're playing. Okay. Does anyone else have a kid who, like, even when they're playing, sounds like the world is ending? Effie. That is where this pregnancy has been at. I am going to I will make sure to record as much as I can of my anatomy scan. And I'm actually going to be doing a video. I'm really excited about it. Let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. I'm going to be doing I'm trying to think I haven't titled it yet, but I'm gonna be doing a video all about things unique to plus size pregnancy, good and bad. Because while there are some things that are rough, I'm convinced there are some things that are actually beneficial when you're a plus size person and you get pregnant. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, guys, because you're already used to carrying extra weight. I think sometimes you don't feel the same aching and whatever that smaller people do as they get pregnant and as their bodies are changing, because your body's already done it. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of don't have to worry about stretch marks because your belly's probably already got them. You know, like, just some stuff you don't have to worry about, which is pretty nice when that you actually have a leg up for once. That is this update. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you about. Oh, I do want to have a real talk, and I may do a separate video about this. I may even just record it now. And that is, for those of you who don't know, after my son Milo, I was diagnosed with fairly severe postpartum. I don't know if I ever actually did a legit video about postpartum. I did a live once, and I'll link that above here. And for that, I have been on sertraline since his birth. I tried to go off of it, got a little wonky again. And so I was working with my doctor and got pregnant. And it's one of those things that sertraline is technically considered safe when you're in pregnancy, but it's also one of those, like, under advisement with your caregiver. And I just didn't feel good about it and taking it while pregnant, especially in the first trimester. And so I stopped it during the first trimester. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, the mental health side of things has been rough. Processing with, coping with the emotions, the hormones, the 3 under 5 or 5 and under. It's been a lot. And so I will say that's probably been the roughest thing with this pregnancy, is just being overwhelmed. And I'd be lying if I didn't include that. I wish I could just say, the magic of pregnancy, life. But I would totally be BSing if I said that. This pregnancy has been rough. And if I'm being completely honest, I think I have some trauma stuff I haven't quite processed through after Milo's birth that I really need to process through before I go in. Because it's the first time that I can remember, aside from before I'd had kids, dreading the idea of giving birth. And like with my first, I was nervous about that. And then I had some really extreme round ligament pain. After I got rid of the round ligament pain, like, there was about a 12-hour stretch. It's in my birth story that I'll link up here. It was rough. But after that, I was like, maybe I can do an unmedicated birth. And I went on to do an unmedicated birth. And with my second child, I went on to do an unmedicated birth. And then with my third, it was crazy town. And we had all the fun things. Everything short of, well, I mean, not everything. I don't want to say that in any way diminish people who've had to go through C-sections and things like that. But I'm just saying, for me, going from 2 non-intervening unmedicated births to having to have Pitocin and having to have, what is the thing they stick in your, to thin out the cervix? Anyway, like, and then having to get an epidural and like all the like stuff. See over here. I'm just, yeah, there's a lot to process through with this one. Overall, I'm grateful. Healthy baby. I'm starting to feel baby move, which is nice. I will say that is one thing with plus size pregnancy that sometimes you get a little bit of a shaft on. If your placenta is towards the front, it might absorb some of baby's movements. And so sometimes you have to wait a little longer to be able to feel. But I've definitely been feeling it. So anyway, that's it for this 18-week update. Sorry for the 2.5 month quiet in the updates, but just know it's because it was taking me all I could just to be growing up baby, taking care of the ones that are alive. So that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you are experiencing a plus size pregnancy, let me know how it's going for you. What are some things you're learning? If you're someone who's had Everly, get down.
Look at me, Mommy. I'm going to school.
Yeah.
I got to go. Hello.
On that note, thank you, mamas, for stopping by. And if you are the only person who saw this video, it was well worth it. Love you all. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, subscribe. Hit the like button. Join our chaos. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to tell you it straight.
My turn. I want to be.